All right. So we just bought a tract for 1 Bitcoin.
Yes, a
I'm
lot of
joined-
money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. So it's me, Sagdays, and my friend. Please let me rocks here again. And
Hello.
Hello. And we just made like yesterday, we made the purchase of a tract. That we posted in the Discord chat that we wanted to buy a tract, and then from there it went very quickly. And with the help of a middleman, we made the deal. So what we want to talk about here is like, why would you buy a virtual land in a game that doesn't even? I mean, the game exists, but the land doesn't exist. So how can you pay that much money for something, and why we are bullish on Splinterlands in general, I think, is the topic.
Did you say it was virtual land? I thought we bought real land. You told me yesterday we were supposed to buy some land, and I
just wanted to get
sent
on
you
board.
half a Bitcoin, and you mean it was virtual?
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't own a piece of land where I can like grow something?
Well, you can grow something, I think.
Okay.
But it's
And you mean
virtual
I can grow stuff sitting by the computer?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, that's more awesome. I like that.
Cool. So okay, let's talk about like why we made that decision. I mean, we've been playing this game for about 1 month, and really we started NFT gaming 1 month ago. So we've been trying out different games, and when we stumbled upon Splinterlands, we started carefully by buying some cards, playing the game, listening to the AMAs with aggro, and joining the community, and just learning the ecosystem. And after comparing it with the other games that we've tried, like Farmers World, Gno City, and so on, we were just.
I don't think many people heard about Gnome City though.
You don't think?
We can promote that here. We're heavily invested in Gnome City, so please guys go there, buy some Gnome. It's cheap.
Well, we
It's a
started
hell of a
investing.
game.
We started investing carefully in different projects, and this is the
Yeah.
one that.
This is
stuck with
by
us.
by far the best game. Like for gamers, not for I don't know bots.
Exactly. So, like in general, we can say that like a lot of the NFT games don't really have a game that is playable or even like nearly enjoyable to play at this stage. It's more like, I mean, if you look at Farmers World, for example.
I mean, a lot of games is just like staking, but like staking in a
Like gamified staking.
exactly gamified staking. That's what it is.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Splinterlands is more like the other way around. It's a game, I think, first.
Yeah, it's a game first, and then a crypto game. So, if you look at Farmers World, we were heavily invested in this as well, but then they really made us a crazy drop that just stole like $9 million from the players, and I can't believe anyone is still trusting them to play the game, because trust is just such a huge part of investing in these kind of projects, because that's all you have really. It's the trust in the developers, because there is no finalized product yet. So
Yeah.
I
Do you think we can get down the road? We can do a video about Farmers World, but yeah, and our experience from that.
Definitely. So, like, I made a video on another channel by mistake. It was meant to be on this one, but I'll just make a quick recap. Like, you have, all you really have in the beginning is like you have a developer who creates some kind of game, and then that's like, usually there are, if there's not a crypto game, it's just they create a game and it has to be playable, and then the players start coming in, and they buy stuff in the game. Either they buy the game or they buy stuff in the game that then brings like profits to the game developer. But in play to earn, it's a bit different, because like now they create the game, but then you, as a player, you have to, not only do you have to like invest in the vision of the game developer, but you also have to trust that they are going to deliver. Like they create a white paper and they create a roadmap, and you as an investor, you have to like, let's put a hat here. You as an investor, you have to trust that the game developer actually delivers on this promise that, okay, we will follow the white paper and we will follow the roadmap, and we will not deviate from that. And like if you really pick their brain, because a smart game developer is also communicating with the investors, and when you get the mindset of the developer, like as an investor, you're asking yourself, like, is this guy taking care of my investment? Does he care for my money that I've put into the game? And in Farmer's World, they really don't. Like they don't give a shit about people who have invested. They just care about grabbing money for themselves and like not progressing very much with the game, and also deviating from their white paper and their roadmap. So that's why we left.
It's clear like they're doing what in this moment is best for them.
Yeah.
Instead of like, because the game got a hype, surely it was a hype.
Yeah.
That's how we earn money. But yeah, and they could have just developed the game, but instead they used the hype to get some, yeah, for them really nice cash, surely.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, so they've been successful in earning money for themselves. But I, as an investor, would never ever put money into that game again, just because I don't trust that they won't all of a sudden make a drop that just ruins all my profits in the game.
On another note, though, your art teacher just called, and yeah,
Why?
they worried about like your progression from high school. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I have other qualities, I hope.
Yeah.
So, okay, so Splinterlands then. Why would we put this much money into Splinterlands? Well, first of all, they've been around for a good while. So let's be in around. So they have like proven track record, and also they care about the investors' money, and you can see that by the way they structure their the power of their cards. Like they preserve the value of all the old cards by
investors. Like they're not screwing over their own investors.
Exactly. So let's show this one. All right. So you see, you can see here, like how they. Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here you can see that the old cards like the alpha and the promo, they have way higher power than the new cards, and the drop of the Chaos Legion will be even less. So this is preserving the value of the old cards. And also the thing that I really like about Splinterlands game economy is everything is intertwined with each other, so there is a lot of utility for the game currency. Like, for example, you have the airdrops. Like all your assets in the game provides airdrop points that give you more SPS, so you can stack it up. You can buy cards with your DEC, and then the reason why land is going up so much in price now is people are just trusting that the developers will care for their money. You know, the trust is really, really high because every week they communicate with their community that we will take care of you and we will take care of your money, because they realize that the only way we are going to stay a successful play to earn game is to have our players and investors still around, because otherwise there will only be the devs and an empty game, which is not good for anyone. So that's like the main reason why I feel really secure in making this purchase, and I'm gonna keep investing in this game. Like for example, the Chaos Legion drop. I'm gonna buy as many packs as I possibly can, or we are going to buy. We do it as a team.
Yeah, surely.
Because we know that the voucher system is just so brilliant. Yeah, that's another thing. Like we have to talk about the drop. If you look at the Farmers World drops or many other games, like all games on Atomic Hub, they make the drop and then it gets bought up by bots that lists everything on the market 1 second later for twice the price.
Yeah.
And that's money that like it goes straight into the pockets of the bot owners and doesn't really benefit the people who have invested in the game. It's just a really terrible way to make a drop. But Splinterlands, if you're not familiar with their drop, it's like they will start giving you vouchers based on how many SPS you are staking, which is also another way of giving utility to the currency. So
Well, from Gnuken watching this, you can look at
yeah, like I mean, all other games, all other play to earn games is just has so much to learn from Splinterlands, because this is just they are blowing everything else out of the water. So for example, if you're staking 100,000 SPS, you will get 814 vouchers that you can buy packs for. And if you buy them the first month, you can read in the, I think it's peaked, or you can read all about it. You will get a discount.
A lot of articles about it.
Yeah, a lot of articles where you can read exactly what how the drop will work. But you know, you will get a discount if you buy it with SPS, as you can see here. It's a pretty big discount. It's like 10-15% discount, and also you will be guaranteed certain drops if you get more than 1,000 vouchers. And this makes it so that people who have invested in the game and accumulated a lot of SPS will be rewarded for doing so. And this is their mindset in pretty much everything they do, to create more utility for their currencies and to protect their investors, while also making a really interesting game, no matter which level you're at. So for example, like they have tournaments at different levels that you can join, and the tournaments with the bigger prize pools needs you to have a certain amount of SPS staked, and it requires that you have enough power to play in that tournament. But then on the flip side, you have the lower level tournaments, where you have to pay. If you are a good player, you have to pay more to enter that tournament, so you don't get like champion players stomping the bronze and novice league tournaments, which is just brilliant. They care for all their players, new
like
ones, old ones.
Every part of the game, like they thought about, and yeah, they have really smart solutions for everything. I would say at least, like we played this a month now, and from what we've seen, it's just brilliant.
Yeah, and also the people behind it, if you look them up, like Agrod, he's a chemistry professor, and
it's a PhD level.
Yeah, and I mean he's just brilliant and you hear his reasoning and the way he talks with the community. And then the other guy, I don't remember his name now, but he's been very successful in building big companies, or at least working high up in companies in IT, in the IT world. So,
and you can feel like this is their like baby child, so to say. Their care for the game.
yeah,
It's not like with the drop and everything. It's like everything they do is for the game and for the players in mind. At least that's what it seems like. And
yeah, and another thing that makes me feel really comfortable is that they are not 20 years old or like 25. They have been through stuff in their lives, and they have made money. They have made a life. They have kids. They have a family, and they have their reputation, and they are not willing to risk that to make some quick money. Which, like, Farmers World, for example, you have no idea who these people are. All they give you is this G.JIT Japan. There's like nobody has any clue who these guys are. They can just hit and run, and nobody could do anything. Whereas Splinterlands, they are so public in the way that they communicate, and like they are the, what do you say, the poster girls, so the poster guys of the entire company. So they are putting themselves at stake. Really.
I don't know, poster girl, if that's like the. I think you're mixing it up. It's something else. Like front figure maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, front figure might be a better term.
Yeah. We can go with poster girl.
Yeah.
Poster boy.
Yeah, let's say that. So yeah, and that's why I'm really bullish on Splinterlands in general. And even if you are joining now, I would say you're early, and this is great timing for great timing to join, because it's so established and it's so many steps ahead of all the other games out there. Even though people who joined 2018 have made tons and tons of money, the risk of joining then was way higher, because 2018 there was no other game out there. I don't know when Axie was started, like Axie Infinity.
Yeah.
But
and I would say as well, like it sure is to some degree pay to win, but when it's all like in different leagues, and so like the more you own in the game, the more you invest in the game, you kind of need to play a higher league, so you're always playing against like the same level of opponents, so you're always like facing a challenge.
Yeah.
And even if you start out, we have a guild, and in our guild we're called Noobs.
Yeah.
And that's what we're not like professional players by any means. We have a lot to learn in this game, but like we have a big spread in the guild, and you can see like the cards of some players in our guild. They don't own many cards, but like they find the game enjoyable anyway. Yeah. And it's not hard to see when you play the game. I started out without owning any cards. Like I just played with the playable cards, and you can still win games if you do it correctly. I'm pretty high up in silver. I can still win some games. Like even I don't own like a single card in water, but yeah, I can win a water game once in a while.
Yeah,
it's the really correct setup.
Yeah, but I have a silver deck, and I played in Diamond and Diamond 2, and I won maybe half the games in Diamond 2 with just a silver deck. So you can, of course, if you know how to play, you can compete at the higher levels.
The renting thing is really brilliant for like if you're a new player and you would like to advance, like try higher leagues and try to compete with better decks. You can rent cards, and like the cost of renting is sure if you're renting cards like complete silver deck of all splinters. If you rent that every day, it will be expensive, but you don't need to do that.
Yeah, I mean there are plenty of videos out there like how you can rent cards at a low cost to get a reasonable deck, and I think that's actually something that you should do when learning the game, and you don't want to invest much. You can just rent a deck and try it out. And
one thing to be really bullish about, I would say, is like we're still early. Like you said before, we're still early in this.
Yeah.
So there will be much like utility, much in-game things to come. So if you think it's enjoyable to play right now, I think you will find it even more interesting in the future.
Yeah, and especially with the Chaos Legion coming out, I think that's gonna make it both easier for players joining now because of the modern format where you can't play with all the old really expensive cards. You can play with the cheaper new cards, and in that way you don't have to invest as much, and you can still earn a lot of money by playing in the higher leagues. Because right now they made a recent update where, and it was to protect themselves from going the same way as like Alien Worlds, for example, or Axie Infinity for that matter, like where people were botting. The bots were earning a lot of money without investing anything, and that's what they try to prevent with the latest update. So that if you play in Novice and Bronze, you don't earn nearly as much as you do in the higher leagues. And then a lot of people were frustrated with like, but I want to be able to not invest anything and still earn money. And their response to that was that this is a play to earn game. I mean, if you want to play a game for free, there's a lot of like go to the App Store and play something from there, because there are thousands of games that are really fun to play for free. But this is a play to earn game, and you have to invest something to get something. I think that's just really fair.
Yeah.
So they have thought full circle on everything, it feels like, and they keep listening to their community, and they keep caring for their players and the investors on all levels, like both the people who have invested 1 million and the people who invested $1. They think about everyone and care for them.
So what do we think about the TRACT? We're bullish on the game in general.
Yeah.
What will happen to our little TRACT?
Well, they said in the last AMA that they have now hired 2 people who are going to work full time on land, and I mean they're going to work full time on coming up with ways to use land. And just out of the top of my head, I can come to think of multiple ways to use it that will benefit everyone and make the game much more interesting. Like for example, you can, like you do in the guilds, you can upgrade different buildings, and also this will give you perks such as cheaper prices in the marketplace. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you can get specific cards that you can only have if you have certain resources from land, you can put the cards that you own that you don't use to play that much. Maybe you can put them to work on the land to earn you resources, or you can rent your land out for money. And I'm sure that there will be a lot of trading going on and lots of possibilities to make money with the resources from the lands as well.
Like, you know what would be awesome? If like they did a mirrored land plot in real life,
Yeah, that
where
would be cool.
where we could go
Yeah,
and like, I don't know, do our thing there.
that would be really nice. But I mean, look at Axie Infinity, for example. If we just compare with something like, if you look at the prices of land in Axie Infinity, if this page decides to load sometime. Okay, recently sold. If we look at the lands, it's like 11k, 37k, 33k, and this is one land plot.
There.
One land plot.
And how many land plots total?
I don't know.
Because Splinterlands is like, one land plot is like $600 now, maybe.
This is 90,601 land plots in Axie Infinity.
Okay.
And there's a
That
150,000.
that makes a pretty sick market cap for land in Axie. I mean, 90,000 plots. If a plot costs like over $10,000.
I don't know if this is accurate, but let's see. Can you see the amount of players here somehow?
No, I don't know if any like that radar thing is accurate, to be honest.
Yeah, but actually themselves said that they had like 1 million players 1 month ago or so.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, and a lot of them are like in mentorship programs, so they don't really own any assets in the game.
Yeah.
And Splinterlands, what are we at? Like 250,000, 300,000 players now?
I think 350.
Yeah, 350, and we have, so that's like a third of the Axie Infinity player base, and you have 50% more plots.
Yeah.
But one plot is selling for $600 right now, and 1 week ago it was 400, and a week before that it was even cheaper. So I mean, people are just starting to realize that the potential in land, and I'm just super convinced that this would be probably one of the best investments that I've ever made, was to buy the plot for, or that tract for 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah. I mean, what are you supposed to do with 1 Bitcoin anyways?
Yeah.
Go buy some land.
Yeah. So
and if I mean, you can show if anyone wants to buy land, just go to, like, there's 2 places really to buy: Hive Engine and Atomic Hub.
Exactly. So if you go to Atomic Hub, you go to market, and here you can search for Splinterlands, and we choose land claim, and you can sort on the cheapest one. So 636, and if you look at the tract right now, the cheapest one is 73k, and we bought ours for.
Is one sold though? There was like 2 around 73.
No,
it's not sold. They just removed it.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, even though the last one sold here is 44k, and we bought ours for like 55.
Yeah.
I think that
when we bought it,
you can't get a tract for anything less than 73k right now, because at Hive Engine, if you look at if you search for tract, there's not one single tract for sale. 0.
Yeah.
And the last one sold here was in July.
But if you click plots there you can see where you can buy plots here.
So here you can buy the plots, and we can see that there's not many plots left at reasonable prices. People are holding on to them, so there's like 20 plots left until it gets like completely.
It will become like a real scarcity. So if if you watch this video and you want to get into plots, I mean, just go there to Hive Engine and buy a plot, because I mean, I think most of people holding plots right now. That they are looking forward to the what will happen to them, to the update of the game, and so it will become a real scarcity soon. So and 150,000 plots. It might sound much, but it's like much of that consists of regions. So we have like 90 regions, I think.
Exactly.
So 90 regions, it's like 90,000 plots. And I would say all the region holders, I don't see many regions being sold in the near future.
No, and I mean, even if you wanted to buy a region right now, it's the prices. I think there are 2 regions out for sale.
Yeah.
Let's see, 2 regions, and the cheapest one is 695k.
I mean, even if you were supposed to I don't know, if you own a lot of Bitcoin or something, if you were to exchange that for wax to be able to do this transaction, you would probably drive the wax price
through the roof.
So that's a hard buy, and I mean, and with that you have 90,000 plots in regions that probably won't be sold, and you have kind of a lot of in tracts as well. So that's not leaving too many plots to be traded.
No.
And surely before you own like 33 plots.
Yeah.
I had 30 plots, and I mean people are holding on to plots as well. You see, no, that's a list of people owning plots, right?
Yeah, this is the top 200, and you see, I don't really see people with this. I mean, people who have like 18, 17 plots, I think they're gonna hold on to them and see what happens. Maybe they will sell off one. I mean, of course,
if the price will add up, but
and they need the money for something else, they will probably sell it. But I think if
you can, lots of scarce. I mean, just buy one while you can.
Yeah, so I think the scarcity will just go up. If you can get your hands on a plot that is like $600, I think that's just a steal. I think you should go ahead and buy it. I would have bought more, but for now I wanna just max out the vouchers. But after the vouchers have played out their role, I will definitely take another look at land, because that's the next, after the Chaos Legion, land will be the next big drop of this game, and I think it will be just huge. I would be surprised if we see a land plot below $2,000 at the date of the drop. I would be really, really surprised. All right, so let's. That's might be enough rambling about.
Some good ramble though.
Yeah. So we are convinced that this is the really good way to plow your money into if you don't have like some insider information somewhere. I mean, this is just like one day.
You have insider information. Please leave a comment and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. So yesterday we tried to since we both were so bullish on the game, we tried to okay, let's take the standpoint of someone who just hates this game and find all the flaws and what can go wrong.
Yeah, we did like a risk analysis, but I don't know. We just ended up being more bullish.
Yeah, I mean, there were really quick and easy ways to just argue against all the bearish cases. So, yeah, I don't know. This feels just so safe, and I mean, as safe as it gets in crypto, I guess. So yeah, but now we have to stop talking, and I hope you guys find some land, and hope that that you will watch our other videos as well, because this is a new channel, but we will keep pushing out some content here and there, both investor thinking as an investor and gameplay.
Yeah, and if you like the content, make sure to subscribe.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, subscribe,
Bye-bye.
and comment. Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.